Hi everyone, welcome to the Felt Hub. Today I am excited to be unboxing this beginner's needle felting kit, kindly sponsored by Heidi Feathers. They have been in the needle felting business for more than 15 years and I've personally used them for many years myself, so I can really vouch for the quality. They are also offering a special discount for viewers, 10% off the first 20 orders using the code HUB10. Don't worry, you don't have to remember it. All the details will be below, as well as the links to Heidi Feathers' online shop. All the descriptions, everything you need will be there, so be sure to check that out. So let's get started with the box itself. It's beautifully designed, sturdy, makes it perfect for storing all of your felting tools and your wools and your supplies once you are done. And because it's such a sturdy box, it would make an absolutely gorgeous gift. So if you have a creative friend or someone you want to encourage to get into needle felting, then this would be a great option. And stick around once I finish the unboxing, because I'm actually going to be making a project from inside the Heidi Feathers box from her instruction booklet. So let's have a look and see what's inside. The first thing you'll find in the box is this thank you card from Heidi Feathers, and on the back all of the needle felting gauges and colours are there for you to follow, so that makes it really easy, but I'll talk to you about that in a little while. Now onto the wool. You will find inside 100 grams of carded wool in 20 fabulous colours. There's a nice mix here, so there's 10 natural shades, so if you want to make animals or more realistic projects, and then there's 10 really bright colours as well, so that you can make a whole array of different projects, adding these amazing fun colours in this beautiful carded wool. Each one is around 5 grams, so you've got plenty to experiment with and work on multiple projects. And at $23.99, this needle felting starter kit is such great value for money. You get so much in it. In this envelope, there's a handy wooden tool for holding your felting needle. Great if you've got any dexterity problems or if you're felting for a long time, makes it just easier on the fingers. And of course, the finger guards, which if you are new to needle felting, I would definitely wear finger guards to start with. And then we've got the needles, there's 7 in there, talk to you about those in a minute, and these lovely glass eyes for your animal projects. In this handy tube, you've got 7 felting needles. They are all colour coded and covering a range of gauges. You've got everything from 32 to 40 gauge, so that's from your coarsest needle to your finest needle. And here we have the needle felting mat, which is 8 by 8 inches, nice, thick and sturdy and perfect for all of your needle felting projects. A really good size. You could also opt for the Eco Felting Kit, which has this brilliant pure wool mat in, and I have used this for quite a few projects and it's really, really excellent. Great value for money at just £30.99 for the full Eco Kit. And lastly, there's this beginner-friendly project booklet. Great thing about it is for every single project, it tells you the colour needle you need to use. So there's going to be no confusion at all with that. There's 6 different projects, from a penguin and pincushion to a little elephant and even some bunting. Most of these can be finished in under an hour, so they're ideal if you want a quick, satisfying project. Plus the booklet covers all of the basics, so you'll feel comfortable starting on your own creations in no time. And once you've tried this kit, I have to mention that Heidi Feathers has a full range of wool and tools, so you can build up your needle felting stash with really good quality supplies. Such a great way to relax and get creative. And with this kit, you're set up with everything you need to get started, but the shop itself is absolutely full of tools, wool accessories, felt balls. I'm going to be ordering some of those myself. And I love this Felting with Friends needle felting kit. So if you want to make it a family affair, then you can get more people involved. And also there's even a wholesale side to the website, which is really useful for bulk buying. So onto the Heidi Feathers project that I'm going to take you through today. I have decided, because of the time of year, to make this cute little penguin. I've added a little detail of my own here with the scarf, which is very easy to make, and there's actually a section in Heidi Feathers booklet showing you how to make a rope or a length. I'm using a slightly different coloured wool. You can use the black if you want, but in the kit, there's this really beautiful dark mottled grey, and I really like the effect of that. So that's the great thing, is there's lots of different wools to try in here, so you can just try all sorts of different effects. But we're going to make this penguin. The total time maximum, even if you're a complete beginner, will be around an hour to make. Obviously, I've speeded it up because we don't want to sit and watch me making this for the entire hour. Just it would get a bit repetitive. But I have done the complete video, so you can watch it and felt along with me. Stop the video for each section if you wish, or just come back to it later. And then for lots of other beginner projects, you will find those in the Felt Hub, and I will pop my playlists below for you. So let's get on with it. Going to the booklet, the penguin is on page 15. And the great thing about all the projects is you don't need to worry about what needle you need to use, because it tells you the colours for each section as you go along. So here I've got the foam mat. I've put a topper on. If you haven't got one, then you can use something like a thin cotton tea towel, anything thin, cottony, natural material, or just, you know, some craft felt like this will absolutely work really well. And what it does is it protects the mat regardless of whether you're working on wool or foam, and it will just enable you to keep using this felting mat for so long. I mean, it's really firm anyway, and it also helps to stop the wool from actually going into the mat as well, so it's more difficult to remove. So that makes a massive difference, and it's a good eco way as well of keeping your mats for much longer. As you can see, have my wool ready. I'm popping on the finger guards. I don't normally wear them, but it is important, especially if you're new, to wear them until you get used to working with the needle, because you may find you prick yourself a lot. I'm going to split that lovely dark mottled grey down the centre, and then we're going to start rolling it into a tube, and that is actually in the instruction booklet as well. And what you're doing is you're keeping it really nice and firm. If it starts to run away with itself and get loose, unfold it, unwind it, and start again, because if you keep it really firm, it will reduce the felting time by at least half. So roll that up. Start with less than you think you need as well. You don't need to start with the whole chunk of wool and then just start working around those sides. Just follow the instructions as to what needle you should be using. You'll be working from a coarse needle up to a fine needle, then a finer needle, and then finally a needle for the top coats, the top layers in this. So as you can see, I started off rolling it into a tube, and now we've got this sort of egg shape here. And I'm just making this small indentation about 1/3 of the way down for the head, so you've got a visible head shape there. And then we're just going to put a little bit of detail on the front of its chest. And I've got this lovely white carded wool here, and I've just popped a wisp on, like I said, put less than you need and you can add more, and just create a little oval with that for the tummy. And then onto the eyes. Now the tiniest pinch, a wisp of wool, and you're just going to poke that with intent into a spot on the face. Just push it in, not so much that it disappears. Again, I'm using a finer needle for this, and do that for the second eye. And then a tiny amount of black, or the dark grey that you're using for the middle of the eye. And again, you're just going to push that in with the needle with intent. So just push straight down. Don't be all over the place. Push straight down. Keep that needle straight until you are happy with the positioning. And then repeat that for the second eye. Moving on to the beak, I am using a barbecue skewer, but as Heidi Feathers suggests, you can use a cocktail stick, which is just as good because it's only a tiny little piece. You wrap it round, keep a neat point at the end, keep the loose wool at the part that's going to attach to the face because it makes it much easier to attach. Just do some simple shaping and twizzle it in with your fingers, and then sit it on the face and push straight down through the sides of the wool until you're happy with the position. And then the feet are so easy. Just 2 little pieces of the orange wool, make rough circles, keep felting and turning, make sure they're nice and firm, and then see where you're going to position them. Pop it on with your finger, keep your fingers out of the way of the needle, and fix that on with your felting needle on both sides till you're happy with the position. Now we're going to move on to the wings. So what we're aiming for here is 2 rectangles which we are going to shape. And if you want to speed up the process, you can hold a couple of needles together, which really speeds it up. So you're making these rectangular shapes, you're firming them up. Now once you've got the rectangle, you're actually going to create a point at one end for the wing. So you're just going to bring the sides into the middle at one end and then continue to shape. And because it's carded wool, you won't see any lines or any imperfections. You're going to repeat that for both sides as usual. I made mine too long, so easy fix. Flip over the end of the wool to shorten it before you attach it to your penguin. It's just so great. That's the great thing with needle felting, is it's usually an easy fix for everything. So continuing with that, you can see I'm working now on the second wing, and I'm just starting to, and you don't have to do this, but I'm just going to put a little bit of shape along the edges just to refine that. So that, again, the beauty of needle felting, you can keep it as simple as you want, or you can get a little bit more detailed if you are more confident or you've got a few projects under your belt. But yeah, I like to sort of tidy up the sides before attaching. And then I haven't overworked that wool at the flat end because I wanted to keep that nice and loose to attach to the body. And that way you can't see where the joins are. And this carded mottled wool anyway just covers up everything, so you're very unlikely to see that. Attach one wing, make sure you're happy with the position. If you've got any wispy bits at the point, then you can just lay the wing down on the mat and just felt them in. Or if you want to, you can really trim very carefully with a small pair of scissors. And then I'm going to repeat for the other side so that both wings are nicely and firmly attached, as you can see here. And then I just wanted to add this little scarf, and I found this gorgeous. It's like a bright fuchsia raspberry pink in the Heidi Feathers wool stash, and I couldn't resist just adding a little scarf. It took minutes to make. It's so easy. And then if you want to firm it up, you can just roll it in your hands and mat it, which tangles the fibres together even more. So easy. And once that's done, just pop it around the neck of your penguin, cross it over at the front, and then where you've crossed it over, just felt it gently with your needle. As you can see, that just adds a really superb little bit of detail. So that's the Heidi Feathers Beginner's Needle Felting Kit. And these are just a selection of items you can actually make from the kit to try and help inspire you. And I've also done a tutorial for this mini sheep and this mini gnome using the wool from the Heidi Feathers kit. So I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you're interested, don't forget about the Hub 10 discount for the first 20 orders. Check the description for all the details. And thanks so much for watching. And if you enjoyed this unboxing, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more felting content.